respond, Councillor?
I didn't have any response, and I can understand it. But if I had in that situation, I don't know. But the biggest challenge we're facing now, after hearing several speakers tonight, and after receiving various emails and letters last week, the different opinions I heard, what is pros and against. Some are really bitter and angry, but some are sympathetic to the bridge. But what we're facing now, the challenge that we're facing now, is our negative attitude to one another, our apathy, and this is what we heard, our indifference, our distrust in one another have divided our community. As an elected official, and I hope we can do it at the last of my term, we have responsibility as well as duty to our community. As someone said, that community is us, and then we part of the whole. If we ruin it, we will ruin ourselves. You ask yourself, Lord Mayor, where are we heading now? Because of all the comments that I heard, and having heard all this one tonight, I'm not prepared to accept this recommendation, simply because some people raised about the process and all those things. So that would be mine.
Perfect. Thank you, Councillor. And the next speaker is Councillor Zalekov, but as Councillor Flynn did suggest, the other Gary might want to say a few things, and I would like to. And I'd like to start, obviously, thanking the deputants tonight, but first of all, really thanking the committee. And while I was on it, my attendance was not too good, and I apologize for that. But for those in the audience and anyone that's been looking at this, the amount of work that went into the summarizing the historical data, summarizing the frustration of trying to deal with the DSBN and community groups going out of their way to think of things to do, fund it, and go ahead and then not get support from DSBN. I think most of that has been extremely well summarized in here. And what I would suggest is, I've heard tonight there's probably some technical issues. There may be some errors from the best information we had that are now not correct, and that needs to be corrected. And I think the chair has suggested that as well. I think we do need to talk, as Councillor Collard has said, with certainly the Catholic School Board and whichever Mennonite Brethren group it would be, to get facts clear and straight. We are not in the business of education, but we've done very little other business except education in the last year. And it's frustrating for all of us. But what I would like to see, and in the next round maybe you guys can get us, ladies and gentlemen, can get us there, is to take a very good document, fix the errors and omissions and some of the other issues, create a timetable so that we are at the board. We can still suggest that Kim Prater try and set up that meeting with the minister and work to that meeting date. Involve the public. Everybody that now wants this big document will have the opportunity to get there. But it's not a throw-out document. It's a heck of a lot of work and books and pages of information of a history that's not been that great, with particularly the DSBN. And the frustration that I see, and maybe others see, is that most of us that have been involved are quite frustrated with DSBN. And yet we talk about the Catholic Board, and we talk about the Mennonites, and we talk about everybody, because we can't get a reaction out of DSBN. Every other community through the province is now hearing the message. Municipalities and school boards need to work together. And that is going to happen eventually. It seems like even in our own community, it may take a provincial ruling rather than anything else. But rather on forever. I want to congratulate you for this report. I think the message is clear. We're going to somehow refine it and send it back and get a document that we can go to the minister with, that people from both sides of the audience will understand why we're at why we're trying to see the minister. Every time we mention the ARC, and we debate that half the time, very clearly, the ARC suggested exactly what we would all want to see, and leaving the high school open. So it's not the ARC's fault, even though there was fault in that process. That outcome should have been done by the board. And our vice chair is here with us tonight. Yeah, perfect. Anyway, I apologize and I won't ramble anymore, but I think this is the basis of a really good fix. Councillor Zilla.
Thank you, Lord Mayor, for those comments. And I do have a motion that for Council's consideration, listening to everything that's been said tonight. I'd like to